Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to decode and one of the very important and a great topic altogether is around AI, right? Have you ever thought about the AI can run and work without data, right? So data could be anything, right? So it could be text, images, audio, video, and any sort of or any form of data that AI is being trained and AI is utilizing to give us a different results or different capabilities altogether, right? Now, whatever the tools and systems are available today, we are utilizing something like ChatGPT, Gemini, and all other different tools, right? So there are so many. If you have to call it, it's gonna take a whole day, right? Now, without data, can AI sustain? Can AI exist? So that is what I'm going to decode in this video and will walk you through whether it is going to work without data. If yes, then what kind of data it needs or what kind of data it would be trained on, right? And what type of that data is going to be generated by either AI or people or like us as a human, right? Or any systems which are dependent or which are producing those kind of data and AI can be trained on it, right? Now, we all know AI is being created and generated and managed by humans, right? That means it is not a self-made machine or self-made systems altogether. Instead, it is created and built by men or humans, right? Basically. So, humans are creating those systems and those systems are being used for different purposes, different requirements, different usage and use cases altogether, be it in personal life, professional life, businesses, and anywhere, right? There is no stopper or blocker for it. But with the right trainings and right modeling and right everything, right? Definitely that's going to do a lot of stuff, including helping businesses thriving and exporting and helping businesses across, right? So that is what I'm going to decode whether AI needs data. If yes, what kind of data? And can it exist or sustain without a data? Right? So let's jump on to the presentation and I'll walk you through how it can work and whether it can work without data or no. Right? So let's jump on. Let me share my screen quickly here and we'll walk you through. All right. So this is the main or pressing question again, which is can AI exist without data, right? And what would be the future of AI if it does not have any data, which is going to be needed or not, right? So that's what the main question, and I'm going to discuss that and give you clarity on it. So let's jump on. So first principle of AI, we need to understand that one. What is it and how it relies on data and what are the mechanisms where it needs at a least to do all other functions where we are utilizing different tools, right? And those are the tools where doing all those magics where we are giving prompts and then it is giving details in back or in written, right? In the textual format. Similarly, there are different versions as well as models where we are asking AI to create images, to create videos, to create audio, right? And those are also needed with a particular type of data. Now, you can see the principle of AI is simple, which is math plus compute plus data, right? Now, AI systems has a math, compute, and if it does not have the data, will it generate any kind of output? Will it generate any kind of data for us, right? So answer could is no. It can generate, but that is going to be something which is not going to be the natural or a kind of the expected results, right? So let's decode about all these three principles or the whole principle of AI, right? So starting with math plus, or we can say the algorithms, which is including and part of neural networks, transformers, and decision trees. So these are the combinations of AI where AI is doing all the mathematics behind the scenes to identify the right patterns, the right kind of data sets, and then collecting all that capacities and data sets together and building that solutions or building that data for us. And to run on that, we need highly computing capacities, including GPUs, TPUs, memory, storage, and networking. And the CPU is something which is also being used in the cases where end customers and users are utilizing the AI solutions. And the data, you can see the fuel for learning patterns, predictions, and responses. Now, if we remove the data from this principle, do you think it is going to generate any data? No, not at all, right? It needs a data, and basis on that, it's going to predict and understand the patterns of the existing data sets, and then it is going to respond us with a right set of information. Could be uh, not correct because it could have or it would need a lot of data to train that and then provide us appropriate results, right? And that is why we can see or we are seeing that AI solutions can make mistakes, or AI solutions can not give the 100% correct information. Instead, we need to do our checks and validate that data or whatever the results we are getting. So the simple term or simple understanding is, without data, AI is empty, right? Which is empty equation with no knowledge at all, right? So AI needs 100% data, right, to train on, to learn the patterns, to do the predictions, and then it's going to respond upon everything of that sort, right? So that's the principle, and that's the simple principle that you can understand and easy to know as well, right? So that's how AI is going to be doing all of that behind the scenes for us. Now, the same question again, but in a phase manner where can AI exist without data again? Right? So let's decode this one, right? Training phase where model needs examples to learn about each of the scenarios, each of the questions, each of the patterns, each of the data sets, right? And basis on that, it is going to collect all those details, all those scenarios where I showed you, right? Data or math or algorithm, which is going to be working together to train that whole model, including neural networks, including patterns and understandings and predictions, right? And then it's going to be training itself to be able to answer those scenarios or questions. Where inference phase is going to be models still need input, including queries and signals to identify and provide the results, right? So basis on that, it is going to provide all of that stuff. And in simple terms, to understand it better again, no data equal to nothing to train or respond back, or it is not going to respond at all, right? If it doesn't have anything, it is not going to respond back, right? Similarly, the simple example to understand it better would be a calculator where until and unless we don't type or press any numbers, it is not going to show any numbers on the LED or that screen over there, right? So that's the pretty straightforward and simple example to understand better. Is all data needed to AI, right? So you can understand it this way, where what kind of data AI needs to be able to train the models, to be able to respond back, right? And what type of data it is going to be utilizing for prompting or giving the recommendations or results or whatever we are going to ask upon our prompts, right? So including language models where we would be, or the model itself would be trained on text only data. And then there are other models, including vision models, including audio video capacities, right? Which also works on images and videos and audios, right? And basis on recommendation engines. So that's going to give us a structured behavior data, right? So in short, there are different models which are going to work on different kind of data sets, including audio, video, texts, images, right? Basis on all of that, it is going to provide and generate. Now, text is something which can be push, pulled, or extracted from a text documents or documented systems, right? By AI models, text can be extracted and put together to the different systems if we wanted to either read, write, or something like that. So that's something, a kind of implementation part to extract the data from document by using the AI models and pick up that data and push or write it somewhere in the another system so that and we get the appropriate data sets. Along with that data can be uh, modified, created, and sent it across as per the needs, basically. But here is the main thing to understand. Domain specific data is enough, but not the zero data. So this means that it needs a data. Without data, it cannot work at all, right? It is going to be flat and it is going to give us zero results. So that is how it is going to be. And even if we don't give any data, there are possibilities of that AI can train itself with a kind of data, but that's not going to be the correct or natural results at all, right? So let's talk about that one. Here you can see if humans stop producing data, what's going to happen, right? You can understand it better this way. We as a human, right, are not going to produce any kind of data, be it text, audio, video, and any other type of data, then where AI can rely on, right? Whether AI can generate any content, can AI generate any data, and can AI train itself with any kind of data or any forms of data? If yes, then what it would be? If no, then AI is no longer available, or AI is just a sake of name or name of sake, right? It's not been used at all, right? So to understand it, you can see that AI can generate or produce or create synthetic type of data, which is a generated AI or generated by AI simply, along with the simulation data, sensors data, which is also baked and utilized and produced by IoT devices, biosensors, climate sensors. These are the few examples of that. And knowledge embeddings also is a part of compressed knowledge. That means it's a big chunk of data sets where AI can rely on, basically, right? So in AI sense, or AI needs all different kind of data. Even AI can generate synthetic kind of data, right? And that can be utilized for different purposes, but still it is not going to be something like as expected, right? Definitely there are pros and cons to it. Definitely there are different use cases, scenarios where that data can be utilized and used for, but to it, to understand it and to know it, AI needs a data in all forms. Whenever and wherever we are expecting the different kind of report or results, and it's going to need that data to understand it better with the predictions, patterns, and then analyze it and then response back with the data or results. So AI can involve or evolve beyond human only data with these kind of data sets or these kind of generated contents, right? So this was the question where, or this might be the question many people might have, saying if people don't generate any kind of data, then will AI sustain? Will AI remain there? Can AI generate anything that we as a human are expecting for us or for our utilization? So yes, but there would be limitations and there would be some of the capacities that AI cannot go beyond that, right? So that's how it is going to be, and you need to understand it that way. And let's move to the next. What would be the future, or what helps AI in the future to go ahead and remain active and sustain, right? Now, definitely, this is not going to be the 100% correct that I have mentioned over here, because AI and different systems and solutions are being modified, generated, and created from the scratch with the different technologies, different innovations, right? But I have mentioned few things here to know and understand it this way, where hybrid data, what it means is that data which is created by human, created by AI, plus simulations. So it is a kind of hybrid and mix between human and AI systems. So that's going to be the hybrid data formula or hybrid data formulation, you can see. Similarly, on the federated learning, where local device training, including privacy preserving and everything. For example, we are utilizing mobile phones, right? So those are also connected to the internet, and if we embed the AI tools or systems, then those devices can also be collecting the different coordinates, data, and everything together, and then those solutions or those models would be trained on all of that, right? And everything can also be preserved for the privacy and all of that stuff. The next is self-learning AI. So this means that refining through the environments. So this means that wherever we have the solutions deployed, it is going to learn from all the data sets which are there, plus whatever the data is being created, utilized, uploaded, shared, and including the prompts or the question answers formula as well. So it's going to keep learning and training itself, and then it's going to give us the appropriate knowledge or the results basically. And the next is knowledge distillation. So this means that smaller models learns from the bigger ones. So in the algorithms or the math formula, we have the decision trees, right? So those are the situations or those are the connections which are going to work with decision making systems with the AI system to get the details, learn from the previous models, previous scenarios, previous data sets, and then it's going to keep learning and exploring its knowledge, right? So that's how the feature of AI is going to be and is going to help. Now, AI is going to be larger than this and bigger than this one, which I have mentioned here, and it is going beyond that as well, right? There are so many scenarios, there are so many capacities that AI can do today, right? And different tools and different service providers, they do provide a lot many things to their AI systems altogether, right? So it is not going to be 100% same, whatever it is available today, or maybe it was before, right? So it's always going to be innovative, it's always going to be maximized, right? And is going to be available there. So, yep, that is what I wanted to show you and talk about. And before moving to the, or before concluding this one, there's one more big picture over here. What is going to happen or what can it happen, right? So, without any type of data, can AI function? It cannot, right? So, AI cannot function without any type of data, right? Until and unless we don't give anything to it to chew, it's not going to produce or give us back anything, right? So that's the simple and straightforward. Without human created data, AI still works with synthetic and sensor wise data, right? So we talked about if human don't produce any data, then will AI sustain or will AI work? So that's the synthetic and sensor wise data. And the future wise or future outlook, it includes the AI thrives on self-generated knowledge ecosystems as well, right? So that way, whatever the data AI has observed before, it is going to thrive on that. It can also create knowledge systems or knowledge ecosystem altogether, and it can rely on it to produce a lot of contents and a lot of data. So in simple terms, AI always needs something to chew on, just not always human produced data or human created data at all, right? So this is the simple and straightforward example that you can understand, right? And this was the complete picture of AI, how it can work, how it needs, what it needs, and whether it is going to be available on what terms, right? So, yep, that is what I wanted to show you and walk you through about AI and can AI exist without a data, right? So, hope you like it. Hope you learned something new. Hope you will share it with your friends and people around you. So that's that's something is everyone can expand their knowledge as well, right? So yeah, that's all for this one. Hope you like, and don't forget to like this video, share it to your friends, people around you, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching and bye for now.